Season Pass, sponsored by City National Bank, starts now.
Good evening. Welcome into Season Pass, the last Season Pass till January 12th. Happy holidays to you from us. I'm your host, Brian Cunningham. The next half hour, a full recap from the 5th round of the high school football season, a look at some Concho Valley basketball, and we take a look at a recap of Angelo State Rambell's Volleyball Elite 8 run and the conclusion of the national tournament, as well as a few sporting headlines from this past week. We start with the 4th-ranked Wallhawks, fresh off last week's revenge win, and with one more game until a potential state championship berth. We spoke to head coach Craig Slaughter this week ahead of this state semifinal matchup from this past Friday.
The one thing that I think is just we've done so good is we have taken care of the football since that Adelaide game. And, man, we found just some explosive plays. You know, where you combine taking care of the ball with some explosive plays and a stingy defense, and that's a pretty good winning formula. You know, and I know we know this is a unique challenge this week, but, you know, we're hoping that we still find some of those explosive plays. You know, I mean, our offensive skill guys are some special dudes. You know, our O-line has been so solid. And then obviously, you know, Landon's decisions at quarterback have been just, you know, insane, awesome. You know, I mean, that offensive execution has just been amazing. I thought defense had our best game last week. You know, it's a great time of year to be playing good football. And, you know, we're going to go in there guns a-blazing and let's play our tail off.
And again, the Hawks entered this game eyeing their first potential state championship berth since 2013. And very first play from scrimmage, Landon York pulls the RPO, tosses it to Hagan Barbie. Wall comes out firing first to open up the scoring 7-0 early in this one. And now it's Gunter's time. Preston Tarpley finds Dylan Tokars for the touchdown. We've got a back-and-forth battle early in the first quarter with this sideline catch right here. And 4th down coming up for the Hawks. Wall is going to work the analytics here. They say to go for it, so they do. Briggs Jones hauls in the eventual touchdown. Wall goes ahead again. Another score early on in this game, and we're going to take things later in the first half. Wall would put up an amazing jump pass touchdown. Gunter would then fumble the kick return, setting up another touchdown for Wall to Landon York on the QB keeper. Wall would take the 25-17 halftime lead, and after an opening drive Gunter picked, the Hawks would then score again to go up 32-17. Unfortunately, would then give up 25 unanswered to fall in this one, 42-32. Hats off to Craig Slaughter and the Hawks on a fantastic season. And with that, the 2024 high school football season has officially concluded with the Wallhawks loss in the state semifinals Friday night. Only 229 days until the next high school football coverage, so it's not that far away. Coming up next on Season Pass, the Concho Valley had a few games this past week from Central and late in Hoops. I'll have that recap for basketball and those highlights when Season Pass returns.
Try getting deals this big down the chimney during the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, everything is on sale, like the budget-friendly Summit Eurotop, easy on the wallet for only $379.99. Purchase any Tempur-Pedic and get a free $300 gift. And check out the Buena Vista Firm, now only $474.99. Or get 48 months, no-interest financing, and free shipping right to your doorstep. 'Tis the season to settle in for silent nights. Happy holidays from Denver Mattress.
Stanton Optical believes eye care should be affordable. Right now, for only $135, you get 2 pairs of progressives, plus all this. All that costs over $200 everywhere else. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical, easy's our thing. Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of progressives, a free eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow, a deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Texas, the best deals of the season are here during the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Get a great offer across our full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs and experience unmatched capability and performance to make your holidays merry and bright. Hurry in to get a great deal during the Get Holiday Ready sales event. Only at your Texas Ford dealer. Right now, get 3.9% financing for 60 months on a new Ford Super Duty. Merry Christmas from your best in Texas Ford dealers.
Concierge service, a fancy word. Rick Henry believes in dressing for the job with all the makings of elegance, class and regal grace. Let Rick Henry's pick up your vehicle, make repairs in a timely fashion and drop it off at your home or business, all in style. We'll get you back on the road in no time.
Do you even think Rick knows we work on cars all day?
Do you even know Fashion Girl?
Oh no, not you too, Shane.
The Lady Cats played this past Tuesday, sitting at 2-9 on the season, but fresh off a win, ending their losing streak. Lady Cats looking for some offensive consistency with a tough 5-0 Big Spring team coming to town again on Tuesday. Third quarter action, Addison Gonzalez, top of the key, drives left, dribbles past a few defenders, throws it up, lays it off the glass, 33-24 Central at this point. Very next play, Jasmine Gibson with the steal. Fast break, lays it up off the backboard. Count that one. Central up 35-24 as the teammates help her up. Fourth quarter, 6 to go. Another fast break. This time, Reagan Howell goes all the way. Layup is good. Howell led the Cats with 16 points on Tuesday night, and under a minute and a half to go. Central up 12. Andrea Salazar, top of the arc, lobs it up for another layup, finishing off this one. Central defeats Big Spring 46-33 in this one. The Lady Cats would finish the week with a few wins, now 5-10 on the season. Next game at home on the 17th. Central Bobcats entered this past week 9-2 on their season, gearing up for 5 games in the past 4 days. Their first game came Tuesday against the Hobbs Eagles. Bobcat senior Squeaky reached 1K career points this past week. Central averaging 75 points per game entering Tuesday. First quarter, no score. Ian McNeil driving to his left, cuts inside. Floater is good. 2-0 Bobcats at this point. And 3 minutes later, Squeaky inbounding, looks down low. Talmadge Taylor goes off the glass, rims out, and gets his own rebound, puts it back in. 3 minutes to go first quarter. Trey Allen pokes this one away. Squeaky saves it, throws it across midcourt as he dives into the seats. Allen lays up the rim. Jalen Franklin right there with the follow. Nearing the end of the first, Allen drives baseline. Caleb Jordan finds Squeaky top of the key. This one rims out, and goes again. Squeaky and the Bobcats end up winding up winning this one 76-55. And we caught up with head coach Jeter after Tuesday's win to discuss his team ahead of the weekend tournament.
We still have a whole lot to learn to get better at on the defensive side. Like I said, that's something we like to pat our backs on, that we do well. But we still, it's been, what, 4 or 5 months since we've been together, really, since start of school. And so we're going to be playing coaches that have been at their schools, respective schools, for 10 years. And so we haven't even been together 10 months. So we've still got a whole lot of things to work on. So as district rolls around and the season progresses, then we're going to still, just fine-tune the things that make us who we are.
Bobcats entered the tourney to play 4 games led by Christian Squeaky English. They were on a tear this past weekend with a perfect record, 4-0. Squeaky with 26 points on Friday and 23 in this game here from Saturday in their 4th game. The offense is rolling through 16 games with a 14-2 record, and after going 5-0 this past week. Although the last 3 contests have only been 1-point wins, the Bobcats are showing that they are a dangerous team with district play less than 4 weeks from now. The Bobcats still averaging 75 points per game and on the road next week at Trinity Christian. Lakeview girls basketball team hosted Andrews on Tuesday night at Ben Norton Gym. Lakeview was trying to get its 3rd win but came up a little short, 51-39. Maidens drop 2-10. Andrews is 8-5. And the Chiefs on the road last Tuesday looking to break a 5-game losing streak on the road with the Brownwood Lions, and would do just that after a 68-55 win, moving to 5-8 on the season. Chiefs next few games will be at Fort Stockton on the 13th and 14th, and not back in action until December 26th. Coming up next on Season Pass, Angelo State Volleyball has reached the Elite 8 with a national title still within reach. I'll have that tournament recap plus ASU hoops. Don't go anywhere. Season Pass, we'll be right back.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Start your morning at McDonald's with one of our $6 breakfast combo meals.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Specialties, we're your play experts. We curate all our selection for great play value, from infants to toddlers to teens and adults. And of course, all ages in between. So visit us here at Specialties and then come again, because you can't see it all in one visit.
Ray Montgomery and his team helped me more than I could ever state.
City National Bank is committed to offering solutions for every stage of life, with the added benefits of more flexibility and faster responses, with a strong connection to the people who live and work in West Texas.
Very practical reason I'd recommend banking here. They pay the best interest of anybody in town.
For more information, visit us at txcnb.bank or come see us at 2909 Sherwood Way.
Get this low mileage lease on this 2024 Cadillac Lyriq all-wheel drive Luxury One for around $599 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
'Tis the season for Fireplace Plus by Unlimited Air. When your living room is cozy, because we put a fireplace in there. Yule logs that use gas or stoves that burn wood, products to keep your home and hearth looking really, really good.
We'll inspect your chimney.
We can install a new cap.
So you're ready for the holidays.
And all those winter naps. And Santa Claus will appreciate.
You went to all the fuss.
To get ready for his visit with help from Fireplace Plus.
Angelo State Volleyball just completed the South Central Regional, coming out on top and punching their ticket into the Elite Eight with hopes of a national title still within reach. Angelo State drew the top seed, and through 2 days of last week's tournament played just like it with 2 sweeps, losing 0 sets, and they would then meet MSU Denver last Sunday afternoon for a day 3 for a dramatic 4-set match. The Bells would take set 1, but would have to claw back to win set 2 before eventually dropping set 3. The Rainbows would fight off a 24-22 set point from MSU to then tie at 24-all, tied again at 27-all before taking the 28-7 lead and eventually winning with a defensive effort to win the match 30-28. And we caught up with head coach Chuck Waddington last week to hear his breakdown of that 4th and final set, the changes he made, and his highlighting of a few players who stepped up to seal the Bells' Elite 8 spot this week.
We had to do some things that we've never done, in order to make that happen. And, it's a gutsy call. So, it's just, you got to take a chance, because we got late into that set. You're right. It's a 2-point game, back and forth, high score, up 1, up 2, down 1, down 2, the whole time. But their best attacker is about to rotate into the front row against our setter. And in my head, I'm like, we're not going to survive these 3 rotations and win this set if that happens. And so we made something up, kind of on the fly. We meaning me, just kind of like, hey, let's try this, And just an incredible credit to my team for being able to pull it off without any hitches at all. Like, Ireland Ferguson is just a straight-up baller. Like, she is a baller. Like, Vinay mentioned her diving through the chairs to save a ball, winning a point. She just made play after play. And I said, okay, you're going to set now. Okay, no problem, And it just worked out in our favor. Does that work out 99 out of 100 times? No way. But that was the one. And they figured it out. And Kyla Garnett hadn't played at all in the regional tournament. We needed some more scoring in the middle, so we put Demi in the middle and put Kyla on the right. And she's an explosive athlete, who missed an entire season and a half because of injury. And for her to just take that opportunity and make the most of it and get match-winning, regional championship-winning block, to win that thing in the 4th set, 30-28. It's just like, you can't draw it up any better. It's kind of it's just so proud of her for just being ready for the moment, so.
Entered the Elite 8 this past week as they gear up for the conclusion of the NCAA Division II tournament over the past 4 days. The Bells on Thursday faced off against a 26-7 Gannon team for day 1. ASU took set 1 but struggled heavily against Gannon's defense, losing 2 and 3. But Coach Waddington made his adjustments, and the Bell would take both set 4 and 5 considerably, and now would then face San Francisco State in the semifinals for day 2. And in that day 2 match, 4 teams were remaining, and the Bells were facing San Francisco State. The Bells opened the semifinals, taking set 1 25-21. ASU would then drop set 2 and 3, facing another 2-1 deficit just like day 1, and would ultimately drop that 3rd straight set, losing in the national semifinals 3-1. Hats off to Angelo State and the incredible season they had, finishing with an overall record of 32-3, Lone Star Conference champions, and finishing as the 3rd best team in the nation this past season. Angelo State women's hoops now. The ladies are 2-1 in conference play, but 1-2 on the road, which is where their next matchup took place on the road against Oklahoma Christian. The Bells looking for offensive consistency while the defense holds it down through 7 games so far. A few bright spots on the offensive side give the Rambells something to lean on. This one would be an overtime thriller. Addie Burns led all scorers with 22, Maddie Lumsden with 19, and Madeline Stevens just 1 rebound shy of another 12-point double-double. Bells back on the road Monday at Cameron, 5:30 p.m. Over to men's hoops now. The Rams are 2-1 to begin conference play, but 4-0 overall at home in the Janelle Center. The Rams are averaging 75 points per game this season, shooting almost 50% from the field, 40% from the three. Consistency will be the key for this offense as they continue to find that identity. And when your defense out-rebounds their opponent for a third straight game, there's little wiggle room on offense to iron out the wrinkles, small wrinkles, that is. And as the Rams are coming off a match in which 4 players were in double digits, we caught up with head coach Vinay Patel to talk about his team before their conference game this past Saturday at Oklahoma Christian.
At Oklahoma Christian 2 years ago, we won essentially at the buzzer. Fredeline De La Cruz scored a crucial bucket in the last 50 seconds to help us get that win down there. And then it was a close one here a year ago. And then same thing with Cameron. We went over there and got beat a year ago at Cameron. Kevin O'Connor had one of the biggest wins in the league last year when he beat WT in the conference tournament. They were the 8th seed. And beat the number 1 seed, and WT had won 6 consecutive conference tournament titles. And so, they return a good chunk of their team from a year ago, as does Oklahoma Christian. Both have brought in really good players.
The Rams went and traveled to Oklahoma Christian to take on a 3-4 Eagles team. Rams sitting at 5-2 on the season. And the Rams would go up 24-15 early on a 6-0 run, followed by the Eagles going on a 10-0 run immediately after to take a 1-point 25-24 lead before the Rams held a 32-29 halftime lead. And with the second half winding down, the Eagles would go on an 11-0 run under 1 minute to go in the game, taking a 59-54 lead, and would close this one out 61-58. Rams just couldn't force overtime. ASU back in action Monday evening against Cameron, tip-off 7:30. Coming up next on Season Pass, we give you Dallas Cowboys insider Mickey Spagnola's post-game thoughts after the Cowboys-Panthers matchup from earlier today. Don't go anywhere. Season Pass. We'll be right back.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $5,600 in average finance savings. Plus, no monthly payments until next year.
Visit Mitchell Buick GMC in San Angelo.
A decorated home with dazzling lights signals the season of joy. While other companies may hang Christmas lights, Christmas Decor by Lone Star Electric offers so much more. We provide custom design, professional installation, expert maintenance, even takedown and storage of your Christmas decor, making your holidays effortless. And while our name says Abilene, we love San Angelo and already serve many of your neighbors. Let us help you light up your holidays. Visit AbileneChristmasDecor.com or call 325-692-1266.
The Concho Valley is full of hometown heroes, those that have gone above and beyond to serve their communities and make a difference in the lives around them. If you know a veteran, firefighter, law enforcement officer, paramedic, nurse, or any other person that has been a hero to you or the community, go to Concho Valley Homepage and nominate them to be the Hometown Hero of the Month. Help share their stories on KLST during the 6 and 10 p.m. news. Hometown Heroes, sponsored by Old Central Firehouse Pizzeria and Tap Room.
As temperatures drop in the Concho Valley, many of our friends and neighbors need our help. Head to one of these locations to donate a winter coat to those in need. The ConchoValleyHomepage.com coat drive sponsored by Brown Honda and Dry Clean Supercenter.
It's now time for Dallas Cowboys insider Mickey Spagnola and his post-game recap of the Cowboys-Panthers game from earlier today. Mickey.
Very few people can figure out this Dallas Cowboys team. They came here to Bank of America Stadium on Sunday afternoon to play the Carolina Panthers. They had lost 5 more starters going into this game. They lost 3 more guys that were playing in the game, and yet Cowboys 30, Carolina Panthers 14. The Cowboys were able to win a game very short-handed. The Cowboys then moved their record to 6-8, and they keep hope alive. And they kept hope alive because they ran for a season-high 211 yards. Cowboys running back Rico Dowdle had a career-high 149 yards rushing. That means that he's run for a career-high 3 consecutive weeks in a row. And that's behind an offensive line that at one point was playing backups to the backups. Guys that were a backup at tackle were playing backup at guard, yet they were still productive on offense. And also C.D. Lamb. Think about this. He's playing with this injured shoulder, and he had 9 catches for 116 yards and 1 touchdown. Cooper Rush led this team to a victory. So at 6-8, they're still just 3 games behind Washington with 3 to go. They got to keep fighting on. For the Silver Star Nation, Mickey Spagnola here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
And here's those highlights. Cowboys coming off a tough loss last week to the Bengals on Monday night. Parsons and the defense facing a somewhat easier task in Week 14. Cooper Rush connects with the fan favorite CeeDee Lamb. 7-0 Dallas at this point. Lamb would finish with 9 catches for 116 in this touchdown today. And after a Cooper Rush turnover, Bryce Young to Jalen Coker for an 83-yard touchdown catch and run. 10-7 Cowboys going into half after this explosive play here. First drive of the third quarter, Cooper Rush finds Jalen Tolbert on an 11-yard touchdown pass to extend the lead. 17-7 Dallas at this point with the fancy footwork to get that in. Cooper Rush again with an unreal throw to another Jalen, this time Brooks, for a 17-yard pass to again extend the lead. Rush with 214 passing yards, 3 touchdowns today as the Cowboys win this one 30-14, now 6-8 on the season. Coming up next on Season Pass, the University of North Carolina shook the sports world after the rumor of hiring Bill Belichick eventually turned into fact. I'll have that story when Season Pass returns.
High. Gold and silver prices are rocketing. Hi, I'm Mike. Bring your gold, silver, and diamonds to MGB, Mike's Gold Buyers, for the best payouts. And you'll say,
I sold gold and I like Mike.
Texas, the best deals of the season are here during the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Get a great offer across our full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. And experience unmatched capability and performance to make your holidays merry and bright. Hurry in to get a great deal during the Get Holiday Ready sales event. Only at your Texas Ford dealer. Get $1,900 for $60 plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash and no payments for 90 days on F-150. Merry Christmas from your best in Texas Ford dealer.
Bring a new and unwrapped toy to the Concho Valley Homepage Digital Bureau in the Sunset Mall on Wednesday, December 18th. And you can meet the mean green one himself and take your photos with him, all benefiting the KLST Local Kids First Toy Drive.
Former Patriots head coach Bill Belichick has officially taken a job as the head coach at the University of North Carolina, a place some are now calling Chapel Bill. Here's those details.
Please welcome the new head football coach at the University of North Carolina, Coach Bill Belichick.
Coach Bill Belichick is back in the game. After leaving the New England Patriots at the end of the 2023 season, the 6-time Super Bowl winning coach is headed to North Carolina.
This is really kind of a dream come true. I grew up in college football with my dad.
His 5-year contract reportedly worth $50 million. While Belichick has never coached at the college level, it was a homecoming of sorts. Belichick's dad, Steve, was an assistant football coach for the Tar Heels back in the 50s.
One story I always heard was Billy's first words were, beat Duke.
During Thursday's press conference, Belichick showed off some retro swag.
That was actually my dad's from when he coached here.
And a suit jacket with Belichick's signature cut-off sleeves. The 72-year-old's move to collegiate football has been met with mixed reactions.
Something that's come up quite a bit is his age and how much his age, durability, long-term commitment is going to impact recruiting.
Ross Dillinger is with Yahoo Sports.
I think there are probably three reasons why you would hire Bill Belichick. Number one, he's just a proven winner. And number two, I think it's his experience with managing a pro roster, which college is evolving into. And in number three, it is a way to attract attention in dollars, which are incredibly important these days.
With a college football model looking more like the NFL, many are hoping Belichick's experience with the pros will carry over to college football.
And our final story, the historic matchup of Notre Dame and IU is having some hometown fans have to make a tough choice in who they're trying to pick to root for. Here's that story.
A historic matchup will meet on the turf at Notre Dame Stadium come December 20th. With 200 miles separating the Hoosiers and the Fighting Irish, local IUSB students are only 10 minutes down the road from Notre Dame. Now they'll have to decide who they'll be cheering for.
I'm rooting for IU all the way. I like Notre Dame, and I'll root for them 9 times out of 10, but this game I'm rooting for IU.
While it may seem easy for some on who they want to win, somewhere in the middle, they grew up Notre Dame fans, but now have a change of heart.
I went to tailgates, and ever since me and my family started going to IU, we kind of switched over to IU fans. But I'm still a local fan. I still root for Notre Dame. But Notre Dame versus IU, I'm rooting for IU. A lot of people around here grew up Notre Dame fans. But if you go to IU campus, of course, you're going to be an IU fan. So I'm like in the middle, but I want IU to win because of the underdogs.
But while on campus, I spotted a few students wearing blue and gold apparel. They had a difference in opinion when it came down to who would win.
I do like IUSB. I'm glad with everything being able to attend here, but definitely Notre Dame is always going to be the school that I'm going to root for, you know, athletically and everything else. I don't think IU's got much of a chance, to be quite honest.
Another IUSB student doesn't think the same.
Obviously, I'm rooting for IU, and then I love Notre Dame too, as like I live like right here. But I would love to see IU come away with a win here. I think that would be awesome to see. But if Notre Dame does win, that'd still be good. But go IU, go Hoosiers.
And that's going to wrap up Season Pass. And officially, of course, the high school football season. We hope you all enjoy it. We're going to be on a 4-week break starting after this week. Happy holidays to you and yours. And of course, we have all of our basketball content going forward. You can check out all of our other content on the Concho Valley homepage under Season Pass. We post an article every week that you can go ahead and follow along with. You can also follow us on Twitter at KLST Sports. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I'm Brian Cunningham. Good night, Concho Valley, and happy holidays.
Thank you for watching Season Pass, sponsored by City National Bank. For more in-depth stories, scores, and highlights, head to ConchoValleyHomepage.com. For more on today's stories, visit ConchoValleyHomepage.com. Closed captioning for the hearing impaired is sponsored by the Law Office of Rick DeHoyos.